Hello there, our wonderful TCG fam. Guess who's back? Back again. It is I, Nyx, and I am here with something I'm excited about. I bet you can guess from just looking at the mat here. I'm going to cover that up. Okay, it's not very hard. We are here with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! And in this case, we're going to be opening up some retro pack twos, and all of you who have been with us for quite some time definitely know that when it comes to the retro packs of Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, I am your girl. I love retro Yu-Gi-Oh! The GOAT format and all of that. Doesn't mean I'm a huge expert in all of it, but I certainly love it. It brings back memories. We've got Gaia the Fierce Knight. I'm not exactly sure what this one is. It looks almost like it's got a little bit of like the dark, or what is it, the Dark Skull, whatever his name is. See, I'm not a huge expert, but something cool about tonight's video is it's going to be relatively ASMR heavy, and I know we have the soft talking, the whispering, the crinkling of the packs, but the fun thing about tonight is going to be that we just don't have this one 9 card pack box. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of them to open tonight. So there's going to be some extra crinkles, extra plastic, extra use of good old chopper. So a fun one tonight. Now, I'm doing my math right. Each one of these has 4 packs in it. So when we've got the 6 of them here, that's going to be 24 packs of Retro Pack 2 from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card game. This, of course, being the English edition. And I'm super excited because retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly, some of the best. Maybe not the best art, but definitely some of the best cards because, well, they're easy to understand. So without further ado, my friends, let's open it up. Let's get to it. And let's enjoy some Yu-Gi-Oh! Together. It's been a while, so really happy to be back with some more of these packs. So here we go, out of the plastic and free. We of course have Yugi, Yami Yugi on the front. Let's see, so return to greatness with the Retro Pack 2. In ancient Egypt, there existed a force so powerful it had to be locked away for a millennia. Now all duelists have the chance to unleash this energy by uncovering the elusive powers so difficult to find. And as mentioned, each box does include 4 of these booster packs, each one with 9 cards in them. So it'll probably go a little quicker, but once again, we have 24 packs, 6 boxes in total to open. So I know the anticipation is real. Let's get to it, TCG fam. Let's crack open these retro packs. Not gonna lie, always a huge waste of space and cardboard, but at least we can recycle. Well, we can recycle the cardboard itself. Not so much the packs. Four of them right here. Let's go and see what Konami has for us tonight. Alright, we will start with the Asura Priest, Fairy Spirit. First trap card, Bottomless Trap Hole. When your opponent summons a monster or monsters with 1500 or more attack, destroy and remove from play the monster or monsters. Perfect, easy to understand, and pretty powerful. Reckless Greed, draw 2 cards and skip your next 2 draw phases. I remember that card. Emergency Provisions, this is going to be our first spell card of the set. And here we go, our first foil is the Tyrant Dragon. So a nice dragon effect card right there. Gotta love it. Always loved the different rarities of Yu-Gi-Oh! As annoying and hard as they are to understand them, they're still pretty fun. Premature Burial. Ooh, Torrential Tribute. Activate only when a monster is summoned. Destroy all monsters on the field. Who doesn't love a good board wipe? Ooh, and another trap card. Mask of Restrict. And see why Goat format's the best? One sentence. Monsters cannot be tributed. End of story. A continuous trap card that stays until it's destroyed. And I remember this guy. Parasite Parasite. So this one has a little bit longer. I won't sit there and read it, but I do remember, I believe a friend made something around this concept of the Parasite deck, and I hated it. Hated it. Here we go. Spirit Message I. Followed by Spirit Message A. Okay, and then Spirit Message N. You're seeing it all on video. All right. Would have been wild if we had gotten 4 in a row. 3's the magic number, right? Gravekeeper's Spy. And Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Oh, that's awesome. This card cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has 1900 or more attack. That is obnoxious. I love it, though. Here we go, and this is our first non-effect monster. The, let's see, Melkid the Four-Faced Beast. I mean, look at that. Simple, simple, old-school Yu-Gi-Oh! Art. And this is Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer. Followed by another Premature Burial and Gravity Bind. Level 4 and higher monsters cannot attack. I remember this card relatively fondly. I think I tried to use it and it just was either destroyed or something was happened to it, but I kind of wish I was better at building decks back then. Right, a Legendary Ocean, that is a field spell. Another Spirit Message A. Spear Dragon. This one, Opticlops, this is classic, very classic. I mean, back then, a monster, a 4-star monster, so a level 4 with attack of 1800 was always strong. It was very good to have a lot of these. And Octoclops was one of the first, so good to see our old pal. Limiter Removal. Double the attack of all face-up machine-type monsters you control until the end of this turn. During the end phase, destroy all monsters that were affected by this effect. So, something that's kind of like a double-edged sword. Call of the Haunted. Classic trap card. Gemini Elf. A classic card just in general, talking about monsters with high attack. This one, a level 4 with 1900. Oh, and the 4-starred Ladybug of Doom. Flip. So it's a flip effect. Destroy all level 4 monsters your opponent controls. Bada bing, bada boom. I love this card. And then the Mad Sword Beast. Another classic. Gosh, I love it. It's almost as if the retro packs are, you know, full of retro cards. What a concept, right? Gravekeeper's Assailant will start off this box. Another Reckless Greed. Ooh, Spirit Message L, I think that's a new one. We have, what? We have I, we have A, L, and I think the other one was N. Gamma, the Magnet Warrior. Oh, it's getting the Magnet Warriors into this. I love it. I didn't remember that it was a rock type. I thought it was a machine type. It would make sense, wouldn't it? I mean, magnets, how do they work, right? Huh. Oh gosh, that's an old joke. All right, Appropriate. Thousand Eyes Idol. Ugh, ugly. Skull Invitation. Each time a card or cards is sent to the graveyard, inflict 300 damage to its owner for each card sent. Pretty sure I used that. Definitely remember the Light Force Sword from the anime. So, wow. I mean, the amount of trap cards and spell cards that we've seen, it rivals the amount of monsters. That's interesting. But there we are. That's our first 4 when it comes to the retro pack. So let's get to opening another box with that fun plasticky crinkle sound. I love it so much. I also very much enjoy this part. Too much fun. All 4 of the packs, there they are. Let's get to ripping. Okay, we are starting off with Creature Swap. Another spell card, Book of Moon. Flip 1 face-up monster on the field into face-down defense position. It can be pretty powerful. Gravekeeper's Chief. Another Opticlops. And Royal Decree. Negate the effects of all other trap cards on the field. Oof, nasty. Insect Imitation. I remember this card was just so common. Could get it everywhere. Tornado Wall. Awesome and also terrifying. Activate only while Umi is on the field. As long as Umi remains face up on the field, you take no damage from attacking monsters. When Umi is removed from the field, destroy this card. So a nice little combo there. Magic Drain. Card of Safe Return. When a monster is special summoned from your graveyard, you can draw a card. Not bad. Graveyard Shenanigans. Not my favorite playstyle, but I know plenty of people love it. It's a big thing in Magic the Gathering, that's for sure. Alright, Spirit Message L. This is the Book of Taiyu, or Taiyo. Yeah, we're going to say Taiyo. Flip 1 face-down monster on the field into face-up attack position. So just kind of the opposite of Book of Moon. A Bazoo the Soul Eater. Classic. Gravekeeper's Assailant. Ooh, here we go. We got a nice foiled Destiny board. Okay, I am going to read this one. So, at the end of each of your opponent's turns, place 1 Spirit Message card from your hand or your deck face up on the field. If you control the Spirit Message cards I, N, A, and L in the proper order, you win the duel. Okay, if any Spirit Message card or Destiny board you control is removed from the field, all Spirit Message cards and Destiny board you control are sent to the graveyard. Shenanigans seems a little too difficult in my opinion. It's kind of a risky thing, but cool nonetheless. All right, Lightning Blade. I think this is our first equip card. I love equip cards. I mean, this gives a warrior type monster a boost to its attack and defense. Another 4-star Ladybug of Doom. Call of the Haunted. And another Torrential Tribute. No ultra rares yet, and to be honest, I really don't know what's actually in this set when it comes to the rarities, but I know we've seen at least 3 different rarities. Alright, the Gillosaurus. Guardian Sphinx. Yatagarasu. Just reminds me of the crows from Naruto with Itachi. I don't know why, but it reminds me of that. Dark Spirit of the Silent. That's cool art. Creepy, but cool. Oh, here we go. You know, I ask and you shall receive. Here is our first ultra rare. This is Helpomer. Helpomer. This card cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, while it is in the graveyard, your opponent discards one random card at the end of each of their battle phases. That's nasty. Ooh, that is nasty. Oof. Everybody knows, you know, card draw and card advantage is huge in TCGs, so that can be really devastating. All right, another tornado wall. Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer. Mad Sword Beast. And we'll finish things off with another Gravity Bind. All right, I don't have my perfect fits, so we're just using some random Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves that happen to be sitting right next to the computer at the moment. Pop that in there. All right, Ashura Priest. Bottomless Trap Hole. Reckless Greed. This is looking suspiciously like our first pack that we opened. Emergency Provisions. This is different though. Jam Defender. Oh, I remember these from the show. Do you remember these guys from the anime? When your opponent attacks a monster you control, you can change the attack target to a revival dram that you control. I remember. Cool. Thousand-Eyed Idol. Oops. Goblin Attack Force. Curse of the Masked Beast. I was going to say, this looks like a ritual. Yeah, I believe that's a ritual spell card. Oh, I love Dust Tornado. Now, this one was always a staple in my deck, and you can see why. Destroy one spell or trap card your opponent controls. You can then set one spell or trap card from your hand. Dust Tornado is a good card. Very good. I have absolutely no idea if it's legal in, you know, current Yu-Gi-Oh or if it's even used, but I like it. Okay, that'd be box number 2. On to box number 3. There we go. This one was a little more difficult. I don't know. To me, it just looks like it's more red. All right. All 4 packs. Starting off this box with Bazoo the Soul Eater. Spirit Message Eye. Another Dark Spirit of the Silent. Guardian Sphinx. Oh, Thousand Eyes of Restrict. Oh, okay, I remember this guy. I never used him. I wasn't a huge fan of ritual monsters, but this is a pretty awesome ultra rare to grab. Thousand Eyes Restrict. So Relinquished, I remember Relinquished a lot too. So you need a Relinquished and a Thousand Eyes Idol and to summon this guy, and it's interesting. So I'm going to read it. Other monsters cannot change their battle position or attack. Once per turn, you can equip one monster your opponent controls to this card, a max of 1. This card's attack and defense become the same as the equipped monsters. If this card would be destroyed by battle, the equipped monster is destroyed instead. So it's hard to get out, but you can see that it has a lot of power once it is out. So a pretty awesome pull, not gonna lie, and our first fusion monster here. So I think I called it a ritual monster earlier, but it is a fusion monster. Relinquished is a ritual monster. So you need to get the ritual, and then we already saw the Thousand Eyes Idol. Anyway, yes, fusion. Alright, Goblin Attack Force, Gravity Bind, and Mad Sword Beast. Oh, can't forget about our Noblemen of Crossout. There we go. Ooh, this one's new. The Barrel Behind the Door. I personally don't think I've seen this one. I don't remember this card. Activate only when a card's effect that would inflict damage to you is activated. Your opponent takes the damage instead. Perfect. That's easy peasy. A nice card. All right, Gillosaurus, Gravekeeper's Chief, the Book of Taiyu. Oh, and here we have a secret rare. I didn't know secret rares were going to be in this. Let's see, this is Dread Scythe Harvester. It's an insect, and you contribute one insect type monster to have this card gain 500 attack until the end of turn. Oh, look at that. So cool, with the foiling all the way down here. So that may change. This may not be a secret rare, because I think a secret rare, just the picture, has the hatched foiling. So I'd have to double check on that one, but you can see the hatched foiling all through. Oh, that's a cool looking card. Oh, see, Yu-Gi-Oh has some awesome foiling. All right, Melkid, the four-face beast. Try saying that one 10 times or 5 times fast. 4-starred Ladybug of Doom, and the Mask of Restrict. So, once again, the monsters cannot be tributed. Oh, and Light Force Sword. Okay, so yeah, I'll have to look up what rarity type this is. I'll call them secret rares for now, but I know that's not exactly what they're called. It's like, I don't know, something secret. Who knows? Yu-Gi-Oh is all over the place. But Dread Scythe Harvester. This has been a pretty good box so far. We got an ultra rare and then the secret rare. Okay, a Book of Moon, Bottomless Trap Hole, Spear Dragon, another legendary Ocean, and here another Jam Defender. Hey, you can't go wrong with more Jam Defenders, right? Torrential Tribute, Tornado Wall, and Dust Tornado. Could we get any more? I was gonna say, can we get another weather themed one? Thousand Eyes Idol, not exactly, but ugly for sure. And I don't know, have you guys noticed this line? It's been on all the packs. It looks like it's just dust, honestly. I can wipe it off. Interesting. Probably not good. Gravekeeper Spy, Spirit Message L, the Yatagarasu, Creature Swap, and Yamata Dragon. This is a cool card, Dragon Spirit. Alright, I like it. Another Parasite. I feel like Sakti would enjoy like a parasite deck. Just the amount of annoyance that that thing can cause. Magic Drain. And Card of Safe Return. Insect Imitation to finish off the pack. Oh, and to finish off the box. Okay. So we are 3 boxes in out of the 6, and so far I think we've got some pretty fun pulls. I mean, definitely a lot of these cards are repeats, which is no surprise. This is obviously a smaller set, and it's only 9 cards per pack, so we're bound to get some repeats, which isn't a problem, because Sakti and I were talking about it. At some point in time, we would love to build some goat decks, and who knows? Who knows? I'm not going to make any promises, but maybe sometime in the future when we decide we want to sit down and build those goat decks, maybe we can do it as a stream, so a live stream where you guys can join us and we can build these decks together, and you guys can help us build some goat format. That would be, I think that would be a lot of fun. I think a lot of you would enjoy it, as well as Yu-Gi-Oh happens to be one of our most popular. And many of you longtime fans would certainly know that. We tend to, when we do giveaways, we tend to do it or announce it via Yu-Gi-Oh videos, because we know that they'll get a lot of eyes. But hey, another idea. Live streaming deck builds would be a lot of fun, especially when we're not quite as well-rounded in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh deck building. So I think that'd be something that we would absolutely love and enjoy doing with you, TCG fam. So hey, who knows what the future may hold. Just if you want to keep up with updates, if we announce that we're going to do something like a new segment, you can do that right here on YouTube on our community page, or it's our post page. I forget what they call it now. And we also have our Blue Sky. So check out our Blue Sky account. That's one way to follow us, but I'd say the best way is right here on YouTube. All right. Now I'm excited for that. Let's return to greatness once again. All right, Spirit Message A, Gravekeeper's Chief, Bottomless Trap Hole, Book of Moon. It's a pretty card. And Mage Power. So this one's going to be new. This is an equipped spell. The equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense for each spell and trap card you can control. And in Yu-Gi-Oh, you can control up to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 of them? I think 5 spell or trap cards. I'd have to look at an old school mat. Remember those old school mats? I love them. Lighthouse Sword, Nobleman of Crossout, Premature Burial, and Mask of Restrict. I think we only had 1 monster in that whole pack. I think so. Yeah, I think so. All right, Emergency Provisions, Gravekeeper's Assailant, Dark Room of Nightmare. This one's new. We haven't seen this yet. Each time your opponent takes damage from a card's effect, except Dark Room of Nightmare, inflict 300 damage to your opponent. Huh. That's awesome. You could just build a... I know there was a time where I was thinking of building a deck where it's not really monsters, but you're just kind of inflicting damage using traps and spells and things like that. This would have been great. It didn't work out very well, but it was fun to think about it. Spirit Message I, Ooh, our third Jam Defender, so we have a full playset of foil Jam Defender. Thousand Eyes Idol, Goblin Attack Force, Curse of the Masked Beast, and I believe we also now have a full set of Dust Tornado. All right, Reckless Greed to kick things off. Bazoo, the Soul Eater. Dark Spirit of the Silent. Guardian Sphinx. Infinite Cards. I remember there's no limit to the number of cards in players' hands. Yeah, that's kind of, we've got, there's a card just like, I think multiple cards just like that in Magic, and it can come in handy. It certainly can. Insect Imitation, Magic Drain, always a creepy looking card, but it's perfect. And Appropriate. That'll be followed by Melkid, the Four-Face Beast. Spirit Message A. We definitely have enough spirit messages now. Ashura Priest. Only one F though. Alright, Octoclops. Spirit Message N. Another limiter removal. It's going to be foil. Lightning Blade. Gemini Elf. Still a great card. Parasite. And Skull Invitation, which is also a great card, talking about, doing damage via spells and traps. Okay, yeah, I was looking for the next pack, but that was our fourth one of the box. A little less exciting in that box, but beggars can't be choosers, right? So that means we are down to 2 more retro packs. Okay, retro pack boxes, but 8 more retro packs. There you go, if we want to be technical. By the way, if you ever, want to keep the boxes for collection purposes or whatnot, do not open it the way that we do. It's you can see it does create a nice big scratch on there. We tend to just recycle the boxes, so. Got our 4 packs. All right, we are starting off with a Book of Tayo. Another Bazoo, the Soul Eater. Gravekeeper's Assailant. Gillosaurus. And that'll be our 3rd limiter removal. Okay. Gravity Bind. Kaiko. What was I calling him? Kaiku? Yeah, Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer. Curse of the Masked Beast. And Mad Sword Beast. So many beasts. Guardian Sphinx. Yatagarasu. Dark Spirit of the Silent. Ashura Priest, and Alpha, the Magnet Warrior, also a rock beast. Okay, I guess I understand because magnets. All right, all right. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. But yes, here is alpha. I think we got beta earlier. Insect imitation. Appropriate. Lightning blade. And another mad sword beast to finish things off. Bottomless trap hole, reckless greed, emergency provisions, spirit message I. Oh, cool. So here we go. We got a ritual monster. This is the masked beast. Cool. So this card can only be ritual summoned with that ritual spell card, Curse of the Masked Beast. So this will be our first ritual card of the set here. Awesome. And here we have Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer again. Call of the Haunted. And talking about it, Curse of the Masked Beast ritual card. So this card is used to ritual summon the Masked Beast. You must also tribute monsters whose total levels equal 8 or more from the field or in your hand. Simple, it's simple ritual and goblin attack force. Cards almost got away on me. All right, Spirit Message A, Spirit Message N. All right, Gravekeeper Spy, Legendary Ocean. Oh, I remember this guy, Freed, the Matchless General. So negate the effect of any spell card that targets this card and destroy it. You can add 1 level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your deck to your hand instead of conducting a normal draw in your draw phase. Not terrible. It's not the best, but it's not terrible. Gravity Bind, Mad Sword Beast, he's a familiar sight. Nobleman of Crossout, and Melkid, the Four-Faced Beast. Man, these 9-card packs just go by so darn fast. It's crazy, especially with a set that's a little bit smaller. You know, you don't have as much variation, so we have a ton of repeats, and we tend to go quick through the repeats. You know how it is. All right, so that does bring us to our last box here, our last Retro Pack 2 box. Honestly, it's been fun. It always is. Opening Yu-Gi-Oh is always fun. In fact, opening every card game is always fun. That's why we, you know, popped on to YouTube. That's why we made this channel. We wanted to open cards, but we didn't want to do it alone. We wanted to do it with all of you. And just kind of bring something new to the world of box openings with our ASMR style, our gentle talking, sometimes whispers, and just kind of emphasize on the opening and how it sounds, and building our collection together with all of you. We are big, avid TCG fans, as you know. You can see it on our channel, all the different TCGs we open. And let's see, last weekend we had the Magic the Gathering Spider-Man pre-release. This weekend we've got the Altered Skybound Odyssey pre-release. So we also play these games as well. Not all of them. For example, Pokemon, we don't play Pokemon. We're not active when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, but as mentioned, GOAT format, something we're looking forward to. And sometimes we throw in a little something spicy, something different, a card game that's suggested by you, our TCG fam. If you want us to check something out, you can always pop it in the comments and be like, hey, why don't you try this TCG? There's so many that are coming out. So if there's something that you are interested in seeing here on this channel, getting our own little kind of special ASMR style, then let us know. Let us know. We can research it. We can look into it. We can try to get some products so that we can open it right here. Grand Archive is an example. We had a wonderful member of our TCG fam reach out to us and say, hey, you should open some Grand Archive. And we definitely did. So, and that was fun. Grand Archive is beautiful. So just, yeah, if there's something you want to see, Don't hold back. Let us know. Okay, enough blabbing. Let's do this. One, two, three, four. Excellent. We will start this box with a Gillosaurus. Another Bazoo, the Soul Eater. Bottomless Trap Hole. Dark Room of Nightmare, so we're seeing that one a little bit more often. And, oh, it was Gamma. It wasn't Beta. It was Gamma, the Magnet Warrior. Okay, so we got another Gamma. Skull Invitation. Tornado Wall. Torrential Tribute. And Parasite. Creature swap, so starting things with a spell card. Another Bazoo, the Soul Eater. He's a familiar face alongside these spirit messages. And the Dark Spirit of the Silent. Oh, nice. Okay, another Masked Beast. So we'll get another, the Ritual card here in foil. There we go. Premature Burial. Mask of Restrict. Call of the Haunted. And Appropriate. I feel like I'm blitzing through these packs, but I mean, it's hard not to do when half of them, well, all of them are repeats. All right, Guardian Sphinx. I like this card. It's got a really, the art is really cool. Barrel behind the door. It's very cool. Gillosaurus. Gravekeeper's Chief, and the Morphing Jar. Hey, at least it's a new card, right? I like the Morphing Jar. You flip, both players discard their hands, then draw 5 cards. It's not bad. It's kind of a nice thing to have. All right, Nobleman of Crossout. Gravity Bind. Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer. And Curse of the Masked Beast. Okay, well, unintentionally, I kind of rushed through those, so apologies on that, but that leaves us with just the one pack left. And so far, you know, it's been fun. We've got some fun stuff. Definitely happy about, you know, the ultra rares that we've pulled, which we'll revisit. I don't need to do it right now, but we've got the one last pack, so let's see what shiny gold awaits. Now, if it's actually shiny gold, I promise you this is not, we didn't repack anything. This is all brand new. Book of Taiyu. Book of Moon. Okay, that's pretty cool. Bottomless Trap Hole. Spear Dragon. Well, at least we now have the Revival Jam to go with our full set of those, what was it, the Revival Jam blockers. Excellent. When this card is sent to the graveyard by battle, you can pay 1,000 life points to special summon it in face-up defense position during your next standby phase. Blah, blah, blah. That's fantastic. I'm happy about that. Mad Sword Beast. Insect Imitation. Appropriate. And, oh cool, we'll finish with the Lightning Blade. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Well, there we have it. Duelists TCG fam, anyone who's joining us for this video, whenever you're watching it, that was 24 Retro Pack 2 booster packs from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. Something you'll notice, there were no quarter century secret rares or anything like that because we are no longer celebrating the quarter century, or what was it? Quarter century, the 25th anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh! So that has gone. So no longer going to see those in sets going forward, but I'm sure they'll make up some new rarity that everybody will want. So, you know, TBD on that. Let's check out the hits of the box. There we go, get some cat hair off of there. The Dread Scythe, Harvester, which is a variation of the secret rare, and you can see there's the hashed foiling across the entirety of the card. It's a little hard in the sleeve, but it's there. Then we have Thousand Eyes Restrict, the ultra rare because of the gold lettering. And then another ultra rare here, we have the Helpomer, which is actually a pretty nasty card, and it goes to the graveyard. Then your opponent has to discard a card each turn, basically. That's nasty. That's just nasty. Alright, I can do a real quick shuffle. Since this was a shorter video, we can shuffle through it and just, see what we got. There's going to be a lot of repeats, though, so feel free to skip this. Unless you're watching the premiere, then sorry, you gotta watch it. Alright, so many spirit messages there. Onto the trap cards. We'll do effect monsters. Alright, and we'll finish things off with these guys here. Okay, friends, so there you have it. There was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Retro packs that we opened today. Again, that was going to be, so we got those at, Target. They're just the boxes that come with 4 packs each, 9 cards in each pack. So, if you're trying to calculate, pull rates and things like that, that's the information that you would need after flipping through everything. I would say that if you are interested in the Retro Pack 2 set, that, it wasn't a terrible idea to get that many packs, but at the same time, we got a lot of repeats. If you are going for a full set of something, then obviously more the better. So there's that to keep in mind, but I think you would be fine with maybe just one or two, just to crack open, see what you get. I don't know exactly what came in this set because, as per usual, I don't necessarily do research prior. That's my choice. I don't like to spoil. Sometimes I do. Like for the Final Fantasy set, I spoiled myself a bit, but not necessarily for this. So that's something that when going back, editing the video, it's fun to see if what we got was actually, worth something. It's well played, or it's, there's people who are playing it, a lot of them, or if it's not, but I still think it's cool. It's always just fun to go back and do that. So that's why I don't come in, and spoil everything or scream. Usually, like if we get a good pull, usually you can tell some of the better pulls. I mean, obviously when it comes to the rarities, this is probably the hit of the box, but you never really know until you look it up, because who knows, maybe the Help Homer is more widely used or more widely desired. So you never know, but that's the fun of it. That is why we open cards. That is why we do it, because we get to enjoy time with you. We get to be excited and learn new things. I think that's been really the best out of all of these videos that we've done, is learning from all of you, especially with Yu-Gi-Oh, the lore, just the information from back when. I mean, what were spell cards were called magic cards or something, like that's insane. And then learning that Wizards of the Coast was like, can't do that. So anyway, just such cool stuff. And again, want to thank you for joining me for another awesome Yu-Gi-Oh opening. There will be, of course, plenty more in the future. I'll get back to you on that deck building potential. We shall see. Again, no promises. It's all about time management, in which we are trying to do better and better every day. So everybody, speaking of time, thank you for spending it here tonight with me, or, in the day. Maybe you're watching this in the middle of the daytime and your lunch break. Maybe you're watching this as you're doing something else. Maybe you're working, We appreciate it and appreciate you being here. And if you're new to the channel, smack that like and subscribe button and join us for the next one, because there will be plenty more in the future, and we're just really looking forward to it. We've balanced, or at least working on balancing, how we do these videos, how we get our product, and it's just been fun. It has been fun. So TCG fam, that is going to be it from me. Thank you again for joining me for this fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh video. It is on to the next one, right? More fun cards to open. All right, Nyx out.